Yellow doesn't match blue, does it? There, I fixed it. It's a good thing I'm a wizard. Also, I'm missing my hat, so... Cool. Now we're ready to go. What's up, dudes and dudes to the internet? My name's Scythe, and we're back again for some more Trove on the PS4. How y'all doing today, folks? Hope you're doing fantastically wonderful, and I hope this video makes your day even better. I'm still under the weather, so you'll have to excuse everybody. Whoopsie daisy, I didn't even grab that. Please excuse, I know that these videos have kind of been a little wishy-washy, kind of all over the place. I've also had a harder time concentrating. You can tell even right now, I'm absolutely exhausted. But I love doing these videos, and I'm still, you know, I wouldn't be recording if I was like that sick where it's like, you know, I can't do any videos or anything, right? But I kind of made a little bit of a mess up in the last Xbox video. Why does this concern the PlayStation players? Because I messed up with my shoutouts. So there actually aren't that many shoutouts today, which is fine for me because like I said, you know, I'm all sick, so I want to kind of take a break. But I want to give a shout out to Darkness 6809 _ and then Broken Angel, because I mentioned how I got, I have Trevor the Tiger from Broken Angel on the Xbox episode. Rip me, I gotta work harder at that because nope, it was actually here on the PS4 version. Now, the other thing too is we are back to our pirate captain today, and there's also a couple funny things that I gotta tell you about in regards to. Well, let's just use. Actually, you know what? Let's use Old Chomper because that guy will actually fit our costume very well. But we're gonna be on the pirate today. Let's do like an elemental world. Let's see if we can do. Yeah, let's do U4 water because I don't know why not. But. There's been all sorts of crazy developments going on here, folks, and one of them, most of all, which you may or may not have seen on the website, is that there's going to be a PS4 patch coming out very, very soon that's going to actually fix and get rid of the issue, like the bug with, well, bug, it is a bug, obviously. But they're getting rid of the issue with the emblems. So we're not going to be able to use any of the emblems that we don't already have collected. So, RIP! That means we're going to be 10 times weaker than we ever have before. I got to actually double check. I'll leave this to you, partner. I want to double check the store and see, just because it's been a long time since I actually was in here. Please don't crash like you always do, game. Did I actually get one of these? No, I did not. And they're 10,000 each? Jiminy Crockett. Okay, well, I'm gonna be super duper weak after that patch hits. Apparently that's supposed to hit, I think, on the 31st, so it's right away. Maybe that was just, I don't know if that's like the exact date that it's gonna hit, but also, I think, did I mention like the whole Shadow Tower thing? I didn't really mention it in the PS4 series. I did mention it in the Xbox one. So I do want to mention it again, just because I know that some of you are just tuning into the PS3 or PS4 series, not the Xbox one. But there's actually also talk where what the devs are supposed to be doing now, rather than trying to update to the PC version, which they're still going to be doing for sure. I'll save you, dude. Don't worry. But they're supposed to. They're supposed to, I love this. I love that traps stop you from rezzing people. So apparently what the devs are doing now is they're going to be working on the next Trove expansion, which is going to end up working on Shadow Towers and potentially adding that Hydra boss that they've talked about like 50 zillion years ago. If you don't know the history, like last year or something like that, pretty much when Mantle of Power came out, they had people voting on, actually I think it was earlier than Mantle of Power, they had people voting on whether or not, like what boss enemy they wanted to see, what type of a Shadow Tower boss did people want to see, and the most community voted one was a Hydra boss. The devs ended up poking at it, kind of showing images of the Hydra boss under development, and then just dead silent for like a year's worth of not saying a single word and just pretending that it didn't even exist. Now suddenly they're talking about it again and saying that that is going to be the next update that they're working on. Now, the thing that's exciting about this, console players, is that they are trying to have this update simultaneously launch and come out on the console versions, that is the Xbox and PS4 and PC, all at the same time. I know, right? Isn't that just crazy? Because that means that not only are we going to get the PC update, but we're actually going to get like a full-on new expansion area. Now, one thing I do want to give you as a heads up, my good mates, is that when they had the Mantle of Power update, which was the update that added gems, they actually had kind of an early access pay now and you can play it a week earlier than everybody else. Still the same game, but the elemental portals, for example, not everybody had access to them. Only the people that ended up actually paying money for it, right? So I'm assuming that they're gonna end up going the same route with the Shadow Tower update. Maybe they won't, I don't know, but most of all, I'm curious to see how would that actually work on console, because, I mean, it's not that I have that much experience with these newer consoles, honestly speaking, folks. Well, I even bought my Xbox 4 with Sunset Overdrive, and then I never played it again, and then I ended up getting Trove, right? But the...
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel...
Point I'm trying to get at is I don't really know on consoles. Have they done early access stuff like that? I think they have, because I've seen Astroneer, which was a series I had on the channel, and that was an early access game on PC and on Xbox. So it's really strange. I mean, it makes sense, you know, for the console to actually go that route. It's just really weird to me because, like, I'm an old school player, and paying for a product that's not finished is just kind of like, oh, I mean, I guess it's going to finish if it's on console especially, right? But anyways, man, isn't that so annoying with the loot collector when you have a full inventory? Don't worry, because whenever that PC update does end up hitting, maybe April, May, who knows what they're gonna do with it, but when that update does end up hitting, we're gonna have the better loot collector, and don't worry, even if you have a full inventory, you don't, like, you still just get all the items. It doesn't, like, say, oh no, you got full inventory, you can't do that yet, you know? And the other thing too, folks, if you're just tuning into the series, I wanna give you a heads up, because I get this question a lot in the comments and in the Discord and stuff like that, about people asking which class they should go for, how they're going to be able to get all the classes, and whether or not, like, when the Dino Tamer class comes out for the console, whether you're gonna be able to get him with a class coin. Now, you most definitely are gonna be able to get him with a class coin, but keep in mind, console players, keep in mind that when the PC update does finally hit for Trove on console, it means that you're gonna be able to craft all of the classes. Here's a 3-star, I knew there was one over here. You're gonna be able to craft all the classes in the game for relatively cheap, I might add. So you won't have to use, like, class coins, you won't have to spend money or anything, you know, which, I mean, you could still just spend money and just get them right away. Like, the classes are a lot cheaper on the PC version as well, at least I think they are. They should be anyways. It's not like I ever checked the store and once you have a class unlocked, you can't actually see its price, but look at this. Like, this is the big difference here, folks. I just want to point this out, because I know that a lot of you got really excited that I was playing on the Shadowhunter again, myself included, but I might end up waiting or grinding him off camera until I end up having him strong enough that I can actually get the class gem ability, because that's the thing, folks, is looking at this, like, it's like, look at what we're doing right here with the pirate captain. I don't know why our little turrets aren't taking the aggro like they're supposed to do, or these little dummy things, but it's like, look at all the damage that we're doing in here just because of all of our turrets being down and all the constant explosions and crowd control and stuff like that. That does not happen with the Shadowhunter. Even when you have his class gem ability, it does have a little bit of AoE to it, but you know what? I'm actually curious about that, because they only added that a little while after the Mantle of Power updates. So if you didn't already know, folks, but classes like the Fate Trickster and even the Shadowhunter, in earlier versions, you actually didn't have any AoE to your attacks, like none at all. And then afterwards, they ended up adding the slight AoE. It's not like something super duper crazy or anything. Get out of here, I want to mine. But they ended up making it so that your projectile actually hitting an enemy would have a small little bubble around it that would actually damage other nearby enemies. And I'm curious, is that the version that we're rocking on console or not? because I've had lots of people saying how, yeah, the reason I don't play the Shadow Hunter is because he doesn't have any crowd control or AoE, and it's like, if we're playing on that old version that's all poop and you can barely do anything with the ranged characters, because as soon as that update finally came to PC, the ranged characters were actually a little bit more viable, but even then, you know, it's like the Shadow Hunter still doesn't really keep up with some of the other characters. I still love him, he's still a personal favorite of mine, absolutely, like, just his style, the way that he operates and stuff, and come on, a bow character, like, bows are so cool in video games, aren't they? But most of the time, they're just, like, not good. But the Shadow Hunter, he ends up becoming real good once you end up getting that class gem ability. But anyways, I gotta loot collect all of this garbage and open some gem boxes and stuff. That's all the time that we have for today. I do gotta edit and rush this video out, as I have been lately. I'm hoping I can get a little bit more ahead of my schedule. Hello. Once, you know, once I'm actually feeling better. So yeah, but otherwise I'm gonna still keep trying really, really hard to have these videos coming out every day. And if I get like super duper sick, there might be a day where I miss a Trove episode. I'm just giving that as a heads up, because the sickness does not want to go away. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. Very much appreciate it. I know that this was just kind of a more normal, relaxed episode, but I'll try and throw in enough dank memes for it to, you know, end up being a little bit more interesting. Thanks for watching, though. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sign or stay epic, everybody.